Holy crap. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this might be bad. Well, hello again on the second to last day of the year. It's Alex with Vex Media Photo, and I am heading back to try to do some seascapes and or just big, silly wave photography. Because I don't know if you've been paying attention to the news, but the Southern California coast has been getting hit by a pretty massive swell in the last couple of days. I was looking at some of the surf cams and just some other friends' Instagram feeds, and there's some pretty cool shots to be had of very dramatic, very massive, very powerful waves if you can find them crashing up against the right surface. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the spot. So, on my way down, I basically just kind of drove straight toward the ocean, and this is a place called White Point that I've not been to, whatever. The sun's gonna go down straight ahead that way. It's going to shine through a lot of these waves as they're coming through, and all of those rocks kind of down there are gonna provide for a really good, yeah, see like that? Yeah, I'll have a lot of good options if I want to get them just kind of crashing up and spraying against the rocks, or if I want to shoot through them if they kind of double back on each other and pop up nice and tall. I made a game time decision, and I did not bring my R3 with the 100 to 500. I did bring my 70 to 200, which I always forget and always wish that I brought. You know what lens I didn't bring? The 70 to 200. Why would we need that? Let me just go scout this real quick, see what it looks like. Oh yeah, yeah, this is gonna be nice. Oh, yep. Okay. We've got some excellent options. It's actually kind of nice to hike down to get some cool shots instead of hiking up to get cool shots for once. I'm just so sick of hiking up to places for views. The power of these waves coming through and hitting these rocks. Look at this, watch this. Yeah, yep. This morning when I went to Cabrillo, I did have the 100 to 500 with me, and while being able to reach way out there and get some of the waves that were breaking farther away than I could reach to get close was good, I just never really wanted to be that tight on anything because I wanted to include the scale of everything. So I ended up zooming out anyway, and when I double checked most of the photos that I liked, they were at around 200 mil at the max.
As I was approaching the shoreline, you could feel the vibration in the ground and the constant sea spray in the air. I wanted to just observe for a little while so I could get a good sense on where to stand to get the best shots. Like Ansel Adams famously said, a good photograph is knowing where to stand.
I do wish I had my polarizer for this, but alas. So I'm just getting a little bit of what I guess we could call previews right now. The waves are coming in, oh my God, here comes a huge one. The power of this water is just insane. You can just hear it. I mean, if you've been to a beach when it's if you've been to a beach when the waves are heavy, you know exactly what it sounds like, but it's just relentless, nonstop pounding waves coming in set after set. I want to try to maybe zoom in on this out here and see if I can get like a cool composition or just a cool pattern in the waves. It's just a matter of luck at this point, though. You just kind of hope that the waves smash up against it in just the right way. Like this one coming up right now, maybe? Kind of. Oh, there it is. There it is. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to get. I want to do a little bit from here, but the background isn't great. The problem that I'm going to have, though, is that if I go over this way, I'll be looking more toward the sun. I may also just have to go farther down the strand and see what else we have. The action of these waves right now is incredible. Like, whoa. I don't know if this is gonna come out on the actual GoPro, but every now and again we get a wave just pop up on the backside of this rock here, like that. Oh man, it's like I keep missing all of this stuff, but woohoo! Keep missing it, but it's at no shortage. I don't think the waves are just gonna turn off at any time soon, so I just hope I can get mine.
I set up in front of this rock formation as I was passing through to see if I might be able to get any cool looking silhouette shots of the water. I didn't have too high expectations though, since I was directly backlit by the sun, but it was a low stakes gamble and I think it paid off.
Looks like a geyser from here. It was just a little too kind of black and white because it's too directly backlit by the sun. So I've moved down south? Wait, east. I forget, this faces west. Ooh. And so now I'm gonna try to do, I don't know if this is gonna come out, but from here, some more of the color comes through because you're not directly getting backlit by the sun anymore. So you still get a little bit of the light pounding through the water and illuminating the color in the water, but it's not getting blown out by the sun quite so bad.
I had so many really cool variations of these shots that it was hard to narrow down to just a couple favorites. These photos were much more of what I was after. The huge dramatic shapes and sheer volume of water made it tough to tell where the clouds end and the waves begin.
So everything about the waves is bright. Actually, everything about the frame is bright except the rocks. So I'm exposing way to the left to make sure that I don't clip anything, because the most important things to me in these photos is gonna be the brightest things, which is gonna be the little droplets of sea spray. It's gonna be the clouds. It's gonna be all of the water crashing down over the rock itself. So I really do not want to lose that to clipping. So I'm underexposing a lot here to make sure that I'm protecting all of that information. And then later I'll boost up the shadows a little bit. But honestly, that's not going to be the focus point. You know, like losing information in the shadows, if ever I'm going to lose information somewhere, that's where I usually want to lose it, because something that's really, really dark like that is probably not something I'm trying to showcase.
You can kind of get a sense of what was happening there in this slow motion footage. Notice the waves on the right start hopping up on the rocks, which indicated that a big one was about to break over them. Each one was unique in its own way, and finding the perfect moment was pretty tricky, so I ended up just holding down the shutter button in burst mode and reviewed them all later. I think I ended up popping off over 1,000 frames here. I was about to move so as not to use the whole evening in this one spot when this guy came over to rinse off his bike in the water. I wonder if he knows this shot of him is out there.
I gotta find a good spot to get a little farther out. And I think these rocks here are gonna do the trick.
While I was moving my tripod, I managed to catch at least one shot of the look I was after. That greenish glassy look coming through the water was the goal, but I think there was just too much wind to let the waves stand up long enough to get them.
Holy crap. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this might be bad. Oh, whew. Okay. Nope, those guys got caught. That sucks. Okay, some of these waves coming in are just massive. Like when I see the horizon dip below a wave, or rather the wave come up above the horizon, you know it's gonna be a big one. It's looking rough. I think part of the issue right now too is that we've got an onshore wind. Oh yeah, that's a big one. That's a good one.
This frame was awesome because to me it looks like a big sea dragon leaping up out of the water. And that begs the question, is this sea dragon posing for or attacking the onlookers? Tell me in the comments what you think. Good or bad dragon?
It's interesting because I got a little bit of color poking through the clouds in the background now, although it is more overcast. So it's kind of like this little dapple of blue and orange now because the sun's getting a lot lower and it's starting to front light some of those clouds as they're moving out toward the ocean. I'm really curious to see what this is going to wind up looking like. I'm gonna take a little walk and chance it because I've got a ton of stuff from here that, like, I don't see the sun going down being the main thing that improves where I'm at. So I'm gonna go try to get a different vantage point right now and hope that I can shoot some more waves that are thinner and have some sunlight peeking through them to show me the color within them. Got a lot of these little tide pools down here. I'm definitely not gonna walk through that. But not a bad place to spend the afternoon. Oof, can really taste the waves right now. Huh. The seagull I just saw drop off just picked up a shell, dropped it to break it. I think I might have actually captured that. This is very difficult. Number one, the most difficult thing I'm finding right now is just choosing a direction to look, because it's just awesome everywhere. And now, that way that sun's coming down behind the clouds, looks spectacular. So, world's fastest, dirtiest lens swap. At least I didn't try to do this in Death Valley. Oh, okay. I think I'm just gonna sit here and enjoy this sunset now. Because as cool as all of this water is, the sun going down over the ocean, I think, is where it's at. I'm gonna let you guys decide.
If you've never seen it before, there's something called the green flash when the sun sets behind a clear horizon. In that final moment, the very tip of the sun can be wait, no.
You asshole. So like an idiot, I didn't put the camera into manual focus, and I think it lost the sun right at the end. All right, whatever. That's fine. That was intense. I don't know if I quite got what I came here for, but per usual, I definitely got something cool. Sometimes it can be hard to convince myself to actually go out, but I need to stop doing that. Just remember that every time I come out, it ends up being worthwhile. Gotta head back to the car now, see what we got when we get home. Get like a cheeseburger or something. Oh yeah, cheeseburger sounds really good. If by now you have not liked the video and subscribed to the channel, make sure you are doing that. That helps a lot. Otherwise, I will catch you all next time. See ya.